Hi guys, so I'm going to be making something fun today using stale, old, overripe plantains, and I want you to take a look at what it is. It's called Mushla. Isn't it gorgeous? Beautiful, isn't it? It smells so good. You know, it's kind of like a porridge or an oatmeal, and we're going to be using overripe plantains to make it. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. So I just came back from church, that's why I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go. But take a look, guys. See? Look at my plantains. I got them from the store when the skins were yellow and they were a little bit firm. And I sat them here for about 2 weeks to make them go bad, as you guys would say. Okay, see? Look at that. You see all that fungus or penicillin or penicillin or whatever's on it? And it's soft. And I've had trouble. I've been wanting to do this dish for you guys for quite some time. But I've had a lot of trouble finding the good plantains because I think at the grocery store, what they do is they put it in the freezer right after they pick it or something, and it just does something to make it not get this overripe way. It gets black, but it's still hard. So we want it soft and mushy, okay? Like the dish is gonna be called Mushla. So I have 3 of them, and I'm gonna take this over to the kitchen now and show you the rest of the ingredients that we're gonna need. Alright guys, so like I said, we're gonna need some more stuff to do this. Come take a look, see? I've got the plantains here. And you see how icky the plantains are? You want to get a rag and wipe that off, okay? Because you don't want to cut into it with a knife and take all that ickiness inside the plantain. You're going to need a can of condensed milk, a can of coconut milk, and some cinnamon. And you guys know that I don't ever tell you what brand to buy because I don't have any brands promoting me. So I buy what's the cheapest thing on the shelf, all right? So behind me here, I've got a little skillet going with water, because we're going to have to boil the plantains first. Just kind of like what you do when you're doing mashed potatoes. You go ahead and you boil it, and then we're going to squish it, alright? So take a look at what I'm doing here. I'm just cleaning up the plantain really well. And, you know, for those of you who don't know, who are not familiar with the show, I'm Belizean by birth. And my father, he's been dying to give me a recipe to do at the show because all the recipes I have is like from mommy's side of the family. And so basically this is his recipe that he got from one of his sisters, and I'm so excited to do this. And you guys give him a shout out, okay? Bluefield-prod.com is where you can go to get the good Belizean stuff. So let me get a knife so I can get the plantains open. Alright guys, so take a look at what I'm doing over here as my water still boils behind me. Take a look here, see? I'm opening the plantain from the plantain. And for those of you, the spelling is Plantain, but it's not plantain, okay? It's plantain. You know, kind of like that word plat, P-L-A-I-T. A lot of people say plate over here in America. It's not plate, it's plat. And this is plantains. I always have to correct my own son Josh because, you know, he tries to mess with me and go, the plantain. I'm like, Joshua, you know that's not the right way. So I'm opening it up. And if you guys notice, we as Belizeans, we do a lot of stuff with plantains, right? We fry it, bake it, we make chips from it. I'm going to do another video one day with the green ones where we can make chips from it. And now this is the overripe one. And a lot of people at the stores, like we got this at this little Asian market, but the lady caught on to us because when it gets black like this, she would throw it out, right, when the flies start attacking. But we would go in there and we would ask her, you know, how much is she selling it for? And she would say, have it for free because it's bad. And we would always bring the stuff home for free. But she caught on to us now, and she realizes that we use it for something, so she started selling it to us. So take a look right here. All I'm doing is cutting it smaller, just like you would do with potatoes. You know, when you're going to make mashed potatoes, right? Cut it smaller. This already smells good, guys. So follow me over to the stove. Let me plop this in the hot water. So here we go. I don't want to get burned. And we're just going to let it boil so that it can cook, all right? It's not that it's not soft enough. We just want it to cook for a little bit. And I'll tell you how long we boil this for. I don't imagine it would go more than 10 minutes, but just let it boil right there. And then when we come back, we're going to be on the next step to making this mushla. So you can test these just like potatoes, see? The fork's going right through, so these are done. So let me get the water drained off and move back over to the counter. Alright guys, so see all the steam coming up? It's nice and piping hot. Let's take a look. Right, so while the plantains are still hot, I'm using a potato masher. We're going to go ahead and squish it. I know that Dad's going to be excited that I'm doing this recipe. I just haven't been able to do it because every time I buy plantain in this house, Joe, who's running the camera right now, my hubby, he eats my plantains. And he'll say, well, you invited so-and-so to dinner. I had to cook the plantain, you know. So take a look now. And we're going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon makes everything taste good, right? We're going to add our sweetened condensed milk. And some people have told me that when they were growing up in Dangriga or PG with this dish, they didn't used to have the condensed milk because condensed milk was so expensive in Belize that you kind of use it to make, you know, mix your tea or whatever. So they didn't have the condensed milk in it. They only had the coconut milk because that came so readily accessible. I'm going to put half a can first, okay? Let's see how it comes. So you may know it that way too, alright guys? Alright guys, so it's time to taste. Let me tell you what it tastes like. I'm tasting out of this little thing here. I had a little bit more and Jada ate some. She describes it as it tastes like oatmeal but 10 times better. It really tastes good. The plantain's kind of chunky. You taste the sweetened condensed milk right away. The coconut milk makes it so rich. And of course the cinnamon is the thing that you need for the, you know, to really top it off. So take a look at it guys. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna I want to say thanks to Dad for giving me this recipe because I know he got it from his sister Aunt Amma that recently passed on. He got it from her before she passed on. And this is like a tribute to her, and this is such an awesome menu. Like I said to my Garifuna viewers, if you know the Garifuna name, please tell me. For right now I'm going to put the English name Mushla. And I'm so happy that you guys are here with me. Thank you for the love and support. If you like the video, hit like below. Share it for me. Until I see you guys again, take care. Please check out my review channel right here on YouTube. It's called Bear Pantry Talk. Also check out my vlog channel. It's called Babs Bear Talk.